shit.
Fuck. This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight, and we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. That's this thing right here. You found it. Don't go anywhere. Put your feet up, relax, kick back. Every Thursday is PlayStation VR Theater, and every Friday is Viewer Takeover, when we let you, the loyal Game Cats, we let you take over the show. As always, my name's Brian Paul, and to my right, your left, the king of all VR kings, it's Jeremy King.
You're stressing me out.
I'm stressing myself out.
Right? It's like caffeine through osmosis.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
See, I've always hated this because people always use the word osmosis when they mean to use diffusion.
Isn't osmosis from one thing going through the...
That's diffusion. Osmosis means specifically water.
Really?
Yeah. And to my left, you were right.
I'll have to watch Osmosis Jones again.
The only Michelle Varricchione.
Yay!
Back from the dead, everybody.
The dead? She's back from splitting it to two, actually.
Is that how this works?
Yeah,
I guess that's really a thing, yeah.
This is science stuff.
Oh, let's not bring it up. Sad.
Oh, this is the first time she's been away from Eden ever.
It is, at least in the last, like, 10.5 months. So.
That is true.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's been 10.5 months since I...
Okay, put it that way.
Yeah.
It's cheating. Stop putting the table.
Cheating. Oh,
well,
damn it. Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
If you don't know who this girl is, because
where the hell have you been?
Well, some of our new subscribers
that is true
have never seen you before.
Yeah.
There's probably there's like 2,000 new subscribers since you've last been here. How many weeks did you take off?
Too many.
Yeah.
That wasn't specific.
I don't know, a month and...
Was it only a month
and a half?
It felt like...
It felt like 2.
Like 9 weeks worth of episodes.
9 weeks.
Wow, you just,
and every week...
He's like 9 weeks, 3 days, and 7 hours.
And every week on the weekly wrap-up, we talk about PlayStation VR games eventually. Usually takes us quite a few minutes. Sometimes 8 goddamn minutes. But first and foremost, let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. Make sure you go over to the PlayStation 4. Your PlayStation 4, the thing that sits underneath your TV that you have a controller and a PSVR headset attached to, and go over to... Yeah, that's right.
Mine doesn't sit under the TV. Mine's actually to the right of the TV.
You're offering nothing to the show. Go to your community tab. Search for PSVR without Parole Game Cats. All one word. Game Cats, not all of it. That would be one long, super fragilistic, expialidocious word.
Yeah.
And join our community over there. Dr. Doom will greet you at the door with a handshake. Probably one of these and a little bit of Jameson's.
Yep, probably some Jameson.
Yeah, and that's where the loyalist Game Cats hang out.
Wow.
And also, if you don't subscribe to the channel, I can't imagine this is going to convince you, but click the like button and subscribe.
Yes, please do.
Please do. I like the new microphones.
It's pretty neat, right?
Yeah, I had to buy a new microphone because Dez is now, we now have Without Parole Studio B over at Dez's place. Yep, we got him all. Very cool. We got him all set up. Eventually, I'll be getting him a computer so he can edit his own fucking reviews.
That would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
Sweet.
And think of all the time that you would have that you would fill with more editing of something else.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what's happening now. As right now, Dez is playing a game, which now saves me time of having to play it. And then he sends me an MP3 or a WAV file of his audio. Review, and then I still have to play the game to capture footage and do all the editing and stuff, so hopefully we can get him doing that eventually. What is going on?
Dude.
What?
My buddy's gone.
Yeah.
Mine too.
The buddies are gone. Alright, listen,
There's a star behind you.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, give us the reasons.
Chill out. The reason is because I had to buy a brand new microphone because Michelle's back.
Yeah,
because I passed one off to Studio B.
Oh, I was gonna say you just throw them out.
Yeah, right.
She's never coming back.
Yeah.
Actually, they're
out the window.
They're single-use microphones. I buy one every week for each of you.
So those mics were those things were permanently attached to those mics.
Yeah.
By a loose string.
So
it was floss, I think.
Yeah, it was. Like Karma actually tied all those on with floss.
Wow, is that long back?
Is that long back?
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When Brian had a girlfriend.
That was a while ago,
it was
right?
like forever ago.
Yeah.
I've been real stressed out since. So let's see, guys. Let's maybe talk about some PlayStation VR games.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Last week on the PlayStation Store, we got The American Dream. Is a very satirical episode of Leave It to Beaver, like a season of Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
But we do everything in the game with guns. You shoot a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember that one.
Yeah.
Theater.
Oh yeah.
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 That was one by Samurai Punk, and for I feel like they advertised it 2 years before it came out.
Yeah.
I'm probably off on that, but like they really showed a trailer.
It
feels that long.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. And it came out. It was a little bit buggy. We've had some issues with it, and honestly, my biggest issue is that the narration that goes on ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Goes on ad nauseum.
Any video I've watched with that just
That's
playing in the
kind of a
background
downfall.
of you with the review over it was just like, wow,
Is
I
it
had
like
enough.
funny at all? Or?
It is but only for half of it, and then the rest of it's just like, dude, I get it. Can I shoot something now?
Yeah.
And if I. In a lot of games, there's like that narration going on, but like the entire time you're like looking around the environment, you're like shooting stuff, having fun, and like picking things up and throwing it.
Yeah.
Because picking things up and throwing them is the best part of VR.
Much.
But there's just not enough to do in each of the levels, so you're sitting there and you're just staring, waiting for them to stop talking, and it just seems like sometimes it just never ends.
They need to give you something to do well.
Always give me something to shoot.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't you know we all have ADD?
Exactly. So,
All of us.
So it's a decent game, and I feel like when it's like $10, I feel like when it's on sale because it was launched at 20.
20.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not bad for what it is, but I think at $10, I think everyone's going to buy it on sale and go, yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
But I think 20 is just asking too much. It's just not that entertaining.
Yeah.
But this week is the exciting week. We are anxiously awaiting Arc Park, which comes out on the 22nd. That is the
So
So
soon.
soon.
yeah, so soon. There's a lot of questions about this
We
game.
rehearsed this,
You guys fell right back into the routine.
We did.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Go team. Woo.
Oh, even a good high
It was
five.
good. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Arc Park.
Arc Park.
Either one of you want to take this from me?
The dinosaur exploration-y type of game based off of
Who the hell are you?
Arc.
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah, you're killing it.
But yeah, so you get to look and see these dinosaurs in their natural environment. You get to kind of interact somewhat, right? And I don't know what beyond that.
In their natural environment.
Yeah.
In the world of Jurassic Park,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
No, we don't really know. Like they've talked a lot about. There's like a wave shooter element to it. We have to like do tower defense, like shooting these
Like
dinosaurs
raptors
are
coming at you or
Pretty much,
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can team up with like I think 3 other people to do that. There's also an exploration thing. I think is also supposed to be multiplayer. Yeah.
Nice.
And, and then you can find like dinosaur eggs, and there's some crafting involved, and you can like raise a
Sounds
dinosaur,
fun.
and apparently you can. If some of them will get big enough, so you can ride the dinosaurs.
Nice.
So it
Who doesn't
sounds-
want to ride a dinosaur? It's like riding a
Right.
dragon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, right.
Right?
If
Yeah.
you found a dinosaur egg, would you be sick enough to take it open, crack it, like fry it up and
Crack it? No, hell no. I'd keep it and
eat it? No,
hatch
eat
it.
it. Well, it have to be unfertilized, I guess. But I
No,
mean,
I'd
would you
hatch
eat
it and
one?
keep it.
You're the guy.
I'd keep
I
it.
wouldn't eat a human, but to say I ate a dinosaur, I might do that.
Well,
I
I've
would
had
eat a human
alligator, and
and a
that's like a
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely do a dinosaur.
I feel like alligator's not close enough to a dinosaur.
Actually, they technically are the
technically
closest
are.
to a dinosaur.
And
they,
birds,
they
really.
say.
Yeah, but it's not a dinosaur.
No, it's not. And I've eaten alligator.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Alligator tail's pretty
I don't
good.
think I have.
You probably haven't. Don't know it. Have you
Okay.
eaten at
We'll
McDonald's?
Get you something.
I feel like that would make my
I
value meal
feel
way more
like-
expensive.
We are going off. subject.
Anyways,
Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
So Arc Park looks very ambitious. We don't have a price point. We don't have any real information about it. We've heard a lot of.
do we know whose car that is?
We don't know whose car alarm that is, but I really wish I'd closed the window at this point. This is what I deal with, by the way. Late night when I'm doing reviews and I'm sitting
course.
here and I'm like. Like just waiting for it to end so I can
And it
finish
never
doing my
ends.
voiceover.
2:38 a.m.
Right. And then eventually I open the window, I'm like, and I scream, I'm like, turn your fucking car alarm off. I'm trying to fucking record. And they're like, oh, Brian Paul's mad again.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's move on. We also get Origin of Blood, Lunar Stone Origin of Blood, that comes out on the 21st. It's a very strange week. We have 3 release dates this week. The 21st, Lunar Stone, I actually reviewed that as a Hong Kong import.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not very good to be fair. So
Well,
You've got accounts all over the place.
yeah, I do, and my Hong Kong one probably gets used more than anything else.
Really?
Yeah. We get all the games that are not translated yet for the U.S. market. it reminded me of like the Brookhaven experiment. If there was no turn button and if there was not a lot of fun stuff to do, there's only like 3 stages, I think.
All right.
It focuses on the boss battles. You just have to kill a bunch of random enemies and then you fight some bosses. And it's
like Ninja Top them.
What's that?
You said kill a bunch of enemies and you went like that. So like
I don't know, maybe. But the only interesting thing that Lunar Stone brings to the table is the dodging mechanic, where it's like you literally just dart your head left or right. And
was that a pen?
Yeah, I totally just stole your pen now.
You did.
Yeah. So the dodging.
Duck,
Shambles.
dodge, dive. What was it?
The dodging mechanic, you literally just like dart your head like left or right, and that'll dodge the incoming attack. And it's kind of cool. Like at first I was like, this is gonna like give me whiplash, but eventually you get used to it. It's not bad. I'm assuming it's gonna be like $10. It was around that on the Hong Kong store. AudioBeats came out today.
Oh, it did.
2 weeks late.
Yeah. Wow.
They just never gave us an update until the drop, and then they were like, "Oh, it's AudioBeats coming this week."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago.
How much was that?
$10. I played a little bit of it. I played the Hong Kong import, and it's really difficult.
Really?
It's really difficult. It's way more difficult than Happy Drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I found difficult at first till I figured out how to do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's. I think the more you play AudioBeats, the easier it gets. But I played it quite a bit last night, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
But is it an enjoyable type of difficult? Or too early to tell?
Yeah, I wish there was some kind of like campaign mode, because all you do is it drops you into a main menu, and you pick your song. You pick like the aesthetic that you want. You can have like different styles of drums and whatever.
Songs that you would recognize or no?
Absolutely not. On the Hong Kong input, there's only 5 songs, and they're things I've never heard of before.
That's fine.
All 4 drums that you can hit all sounds like a snare drum, the exact same snare drum.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's okay. For $10, what do you really expect?
But you're not loving it.
But I definitely liked the art style and the music choices of Happy Drummer a whole lot more for the same price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
And then finally, my pick of the week is Foreplane. Foreplane came out today.
Nice.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me about an hour to beat maximum. I think like 45 minutes, something like that. But it's priced at $6.
Oh.
And it's currently on sale for
game,
PlayStation Plus members for like $4.50. It's very much like a point-and-click adventure game.
Is that the one on different floors, right?
Yep. The entire thing takes place inside an elevator.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like point at things to pick them up and then like, use them and get a little inventory off to your side. And it's cool. Very puzzle solving, very fun, but really well done. It's not frustrating. You don't get stuck a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not hard puzzle solving.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
There is a hint button where it's like, oh, you do get stuck. It'll help you out. So you're gonna play this once and then probably play through one more time just to see if you missed anything.
How many floors?
Is that then you like solve it and you move up a floor?
Nope.
Or down a floor?
From almost the beginning, you start in the lobby, and from almost the beginning, you're allowed to go to any floor you want.
Oh.
It expands as you go, so like it does open up a little bit more. But you have to figure out how the different floors interact with each other. Things will happen on this floor, and it'll affect something that happens on the floor above, or vice versa.
Cool.
And
I like that.
Oh, absolutely. But and it's not like a real looking place. It's cartoon. Like there's like a snowman in in a freezer in one level. There's like a black and white like noir looking living room.
I want like different zombies on one floor and monsters on another. That'd be cool.
Maybe Foreplane 2.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, no, and as soon as I was done, I was like, I want more of this.
Yeah.
I want Foreplane the mansion. Give me like a gigantic
maybe they
place
will.
to work. Yeah. So highly recommended. Definitely pick up Foreplane. It's cheap enough that seriously, $4.50.
Yeah.
The risk is pretty low.
Yeah.
Very low.
Even if you hate it.
Even if you hate it.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think, Michelle?
I think we should begin this episode the way we begin every episode.
By hitting the table?
By hitting the table. I know. I did that. The little game of should we or shouldn't we, where we put 60 seconds on the clock up on the counter, the way that Jeremy likes it.
Fall
right back in.
Yep.
Yeah. And we have 60 seconds to tell you what we have been playing or watching, or whether you, the Game Cat, should be playing or watching as well.
Except that we changed it in your absence to.
Damn it.
I
haven't been watching.
Thank you, No Sagacious.
Yeah.
We do 90 seconds now.
90? Yeah.
And maybe this will go on too long with 3 of us. Maybe we'll go on too long with 3 of us. But you are the guest of honor because you're back.
God damn it. And I have to go first.
Do you want to go first? The first rule of Fight Club.
Yeah.
No.
No, that isn't.
That's not the first rule of Fight Club.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
But if that's true. But if this is your first time at Fight Club, you have to fight.
Oh, yeah, you got to fight.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
So I have been playing Moss.
I hear that's good.
You know, I hear it's good too. It is probably one of the most beautiful games I've played in VR. Hands down, actually. I absolutely love it. I love, so you control your little guy. Who's the mouse? What's her name? Quill. I always call her Moss.
No, I did the same thing.
I was wondering if other people did that too.
Yeah, even on our review discussion, I did that.
You did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
Nice.
you control Quill, but you're also there as well, so you're working together. It's a puzzle-solving game. I'm sure everybody already knows about Moss. But it is absolutely amazing. I remember when I was going through like the little mouse town and everything. So they're just the different viewpoints of everything.
Yeah.
Where like there's a big deer you're looking up at versus like the little town, and it's really neat. I was doing a puzzle and I made it all the way through, and it wrapped around, and I like dropped off the ledge, and I had to do the whole puzzle again. I did that this morning, and I was like, fuck. I was like, damn it. Puzzles aren't that difficult. I've done a few of them over and over again, but overall they're pretty easy to master. I haven't beat it yet. I've only played like 2 hours and like 20 minutes. How long is it?
Not much longer, I hear.
Not much longer. I feel like I'm close to the end too.
Yeah.
2, 1.
90 minutes, guys. Jesus. 90 seconds.
So the length of the game is actually an interesting question because it took me probably like 3.5 hours to beat this game.
Right.
And
I suppose it would be different for everybody, depending on your puzzle solving skills.
Yeah, and because I remember like when like the day it came out, I was talking to Polish Paul and Dave Station, and they were both like, 2 hours, and I wasn't like rushing through it. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I played for 2 hours, and I was like, I must be near the end. And I'm like, nope, I'm just really bad at puzzle games.
Oh man.
Yeah. So Moss is fantastic.
Moss is fantastic.
Yeah,
and it's a cool little like storybook thing going on too there. You know, so.
Did you see how it said Moss like book 1, 2 as well?
As in,
we discussed this, but I don't know the ending yet. So I don't know if it might be a closed book. Did Moss? I mean, does Quill get squished? We don't know. I mean, some of us know.
Squished.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I've grown attached to her.
Right?
Yeah. She's so cute.
We need to set her up with Miss Brisby or Frisbee, depending on movie or book with Secret of Nim, you know?
Okay.
Or Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. But we should set them up.
Okay.
Lesby mice. But anyways.
Definite should we. And $30, definitely worth it. Jeremy, are you ready?
Fuck yeah.
All right. On your mark. Get set and go.
Hey. So.
That was like 2 seconds. Good job.
Yeah.
So I played Bravo Team.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually played Bravo Team.
With an aim controller?
I didn't do the aim controller because the battery was dead.
I just remember something
But
else.
I did put it into left mode, and it totally did not. Like on the controller, I used the controller, and you could do right or left hand, but it doesn't change the perspective
Wait, you used the
of the guy.
DualShock or the...
I did the DualShock.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to try the aim controller. You know why? Because I enjoyed the game from when I played. I actually found
feel like
it to
you're
be...
surprised about that.
Well, yeah, Brian wasn't a huge fan of it.
I've been talking mad shit about Bravo Team for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm curious what I'm going to think of it then.
And I enjoyed the duck coverage and looking around. It definitely reminded me of Full Spectrum Warrior, now that I've played it. Because in that game, it was similar. Like, you could, like, situate your guys and arrows would point up where you'd run for cover. I understand now, where before I didn't, when you were talking about how you run from place to place and can still get shot. They want you to, like, set yourself up and aim and shoot, look around, then quickly move while maybe you have your AI guy cover you or your partner in the game actually cover you, and it gives you a way to progress and move forward. I had no difficulty with... I didn't overshoot guys and then have to go back or anything like that. I just kept snaking around, and I actually enjoyed it. Did I find the tracking to be wonderful? No, but I didn't know if that's because I used the DualShock. I also had a lighting issue that the game told me about over and over, and I ignored because there's no way to defy the sun. So
There's no way to defy the sun.
No, not in my home, at least. It comes through those curtains.
Can't pull the blinds, huh?
All right, they're pulled. I got to get darker blinds.
Tapestries work well.
Yeah, no, the fact that you didn't play this with the aim controller is driving me insane.
Yeah, I figure it would.
I feel you're stressing out
the
over
battery
it.
was dead, and I wasn't about to sit there and fucking wait for it to charge.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to play it on the DualShock.
Sure.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I honestly did. I'm gonna try. That's why I was like passing it over to you. I'm like, because I kind of want to play it again.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if I could borrow it again.
Then keep it. Play. You gave me 2.
I do want to try with the move.
And I want to beat Moss. I actually want to play Moss again. So actually, I want to say one more thing about Moss. Actually,
on your mark, get set, go.
You don't need to time me, damn it. Most of the game, I played it sitting down, and then I had to stand up real quick for something. And I realized that I've been playing the game all wrong.
Yeah, right?
Completely. I don't know. Definitely stand up when you play Moss.
It encourages it seems. You can look all around. It's
I know,
great.
but I was being lazy.
I did the same thing.
But yeah, no, I stood up and I'm like, oh my God, like what have I been doing? So now I have to go back and play the whole game.
It's not like Illuminate or whatever where you stood up and looked to a certain degree and it told you to sit back down. This is like you can go in and it's got a good free range.
It does.
Like a chicken.
So you played it too?
I did, yeah.
Look at you playing VR games. I'm so proud
of
you.
It's the only 2 since you've been gone.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
But yes, what's your concerns with the aim? Does it ruin it? I mean, it's like the game.
No, it's like
that's the whole point of
the
Bravo
reason
Team.
We were so excited for Bravo Team was because it was a new game that supported the aim controller.
Yeah.
And it was made by Supermassive, and we love shooting games that Supermassive makes.
Yeah, I want to definitely try it with the aim controller.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not bad. I just can't imagine playing it with the DualShock 4. I was like, the best part of Bravo Team for me was being like, okay,
that you can actually aim and shoot. Yeah.
Right on the front here, you got this button like to drop in and out of cover.
Yeah.
And you've got the gun in your hand to shoot the bad guys. I was like, that's the only real good thing Bravo Team has going on.
It was
the fact that you enjoyed the other stuff. I was like, that's insane.
It was goofy as fuck with the DualShock because I was like, looking down the sights and like. Controller, the light wasn't right. I had to angle it, and it was a pain in the ass.
I'm playing Skyrim and not using the motion controllers to try.
Yeah, I didn't try those yet. No.
You still haven't tried them.
Brian, on your mark, get set, and
we need a.
Yeah, somebody should.
Boop.
Boop. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So, I think you should.
All right, on my mark.
Get set and go.
All right. I guess I'll talk more about Lunar Stone because that we kind of overlooked that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to play the US version. I can't imagine they changed too much between the Hong Kong release and the localized version. But the funny thing is that the game starts off and it's got this beautiful music, right? And it allows you to teleport all around the room. Right, and then these like students show up, right, and because you're in like this weird catacomb or something, these students show up and they're like, "Oh my, this is and they're talking, and it's all horrible, like horrible voiceover and stuff, and it's like you can tell that these people don't actually speak English, or the people that wrote the script don't speak English, and so they just get these English people trying to read something that's been poorly translated.
Are you the tutor? And
then like all hell breaks loose, like, and you fall through the floor. And from that point on, you're never allowed to move ever again. Like it's like they introduced a teleportation mechanic where you're like allowed to explore the environment. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm sort of down with this. And then from that point, from every action stage on that you play, you are stuck in one spot and you're just like
that's so
shooting.
Frustrating.
And all the weapons you unlock aren't nearly as good as the original ones. And so it's like
you can't go back to the original.
You can. But it's just like, well, why did I unlock these fire shooting gauntlets if
that sounds awesome.
If they're not as good as like the normal fucking original gun?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty silly, and again, it's like $10, so it's like not a huge risk.
Okay.
But no, you shouldn't we?
Well,
very seldom we
rename this game. Should we? Shouldn't we? Or
we don't know yet.
This is a shouldn't we? It's impossible to recommend this game. In fact, the bosses in Lunar Stone reminded me so much of the bosses in Ancient Emulator. And Ancient Emulator for just $10 more is infinitely better.
Yeah, I like that game.
And it's got a ton more content. I think it took me like 45 minutes or an hour to beat Lunar Stone. In Ancient Emulator, you can kind of play forever.
Right.
And you get you can get online games going and stuff.
Yeah.
And so much better in every single regard. So should you, Ancient Emulator?
All right.
That was weird.
That was a weird round.
All right, guys, so much fucking news to get through. Are you ready to do this?
Ready.
Do it.
All right, on the PlayStation vlog this week, we got a list of 30 PSVR games that are coming this spring.
A ton.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ton.
So over the course of the next three months.
OCD.
Yeah, it's not even anywhere. So, but go on.
It's a crate.
It doesn't fit right.
It's a crate.
Those crate tops fit way better
30
than that
new
one.
games coming this spring.
30 new games.
Yeah. Did you guys check out the list?
Tell us.
No,
Tell us the whole list.
I don't,
Every one of them.
I don't have the list. But the thing that jumped out for me, of course, was Siren, because Siren was a survival horror game.
Yeah, wow.
That we...
Wait, Siren?
S-Y-R-E-N.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went through this, and I think I had that same reaction.
Yep.
Way back.
Not the PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah.
Or the PlayStation 3 game.
Fuck.
Yep. Which would be amazing. I wish they'd do that. But this has been out on PSVR, Siren, since... I think February of last year, and it just went fucking silent for PlayStation VR, and I'm so excited that it's back.
Nice.
So it's coming out in the next 3 months, which is even better. There's a bunch of things on this list. Torn, we watched the trailer of that.
Yeah.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah, that really does look great.
The one downside is that there's just not a ton of there's just no AAA games coming out anytime soon. There was no huge revelations on the list. We're like, okay, so the next 3 months are going to be filled with games.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a little bit more of the same.
Yeah, still no Fallout announcements or anything like that.
But the good thing about the Fallout announcement that hasn't happened yet is that there are so many shows coming up. E3 is just a couple months away.
Yeah, that's right.
And I really think that if Sony's gonna divulge information like that, it's gonna be at a big show where everyone's listening.
Yeah.
Not on hey, here's a PlayStation blog post.
Yeah, that's very true.
So and it wouldn't come out in spring anyway. It would definitely be absolutely.
Yeah.
It would definitely if Fallout comes out this year for PlayStation VR, which we're hoping it does, but we don't have any concrete information.
Fingers crossed.
Except for all the leaks that happened last year.
Jesus, yeah, really.
The deal with that is that I think that it would come out in around November. Isn't that when Skyrim launched?
It is. Yep.
Yeah. So I really think
right
that's
before Christmas.
It would be perfect. They announced it at E3.
Yeah.
It comes out in November.
Yep.
Perfect.
Right.
Yep.
That would be perfect, Brian.
Also, the Oculus exclusive The Mage's Tale is coming to PlayStation VR. It's about an 8-hour AAA RPG.
Nice.
Did we do that one too?
Nope, we have not watched it because until just now it wasn't Oculus exclusive. So we were like, well, it's not coming to PlayStation VR. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to cover it.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's coming, it's like, well, what the fuck happened? How is it no longer an exclusive? Was it an exclusivity contract that just ran out?
X amount of time.
But if you watch the trailer, it looks beautiful. All of the reviews online are just super duper positive.
Sweet.
They're like, this is the best VR game out there, and now it's coming our way.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Something to look forward to.
And then finally, yet another rhythm game coming our way called Airtone. It's anime style, anime aesthetic. I don't know. There was a lot of Japanese on the page that I was reading, and I didn't translate it. So I don't know if this is based on.
So you didn't read it, Brian.
Exactly. So I don't know if this is based on some kind of manga or anime or something.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? The more games, the better.
Someone will let us know in the comments below.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Comment below.
You guys are real good about
it. They are great at that.
Yeah.
They're like, by the way, Jeremy, that movie was this, and here's a picture of me with Enemy Mine. See that picture with it? I forget.
The show's called fucking Press Your Luck. You guys are stupid.
Yeah.
So how many different rhythm games can we get?
I just want DDR. Can we get DDR for PSVR? DDR PSVR, por favor.
That's
how
fun
would you
to
do
say.
that?
I don't know how
Strap
you would
them
do
on
that.
your feet.
That's interesting.
You just strapping things on. All right, what do you guys think? That pretty much wraps up the wrap up, don't you think?
Wraps up the wrap up.
Hey.
All right.
Guys, make sure you come back tomorrow for the best 20 minutes of your week at PlayStation VR
Theater.
As always, I'm Brian. That's Jeremy. This is Michelle, and we'll see you tomorrow. What's going to give it away?
That's probably true.
And the third chair as well, but
yeah,
That's too much.
I'm not terribly concerned about it.